There are many ways to divert the inherent capacity of states from their goal of achieving self-sustaining, empowered independence to becoming a weak, despondent, desperate, and dependent entity. In awarding the state of Uttarakhand the special category status by the National Development Council, which is an administrative body within the government but managed by the party in power, now the BJP-NDA alliance, the powers of the state of Uttarakhand have been compromised by the BJP majority in the assembly that has succeeded in strangling the people's voice against social oppression, discrimination, unemployment, and curtailment of freedoms once a right of every citizen. The special status extended by the National Development Council is a blatant admission to permitting the BJP state to devour the 90% centrally sponsored state budget as and when they prefer, resulting in diverting funds from benefiting communities to benefit the ruling party or themselves. What exactly does this mean? What is the difference between special category status and special status? Well, the Constitution provides special status through an act and has to be passed by a 2/3 majority in both houses of parliament, whereas the special category status is granted by the National Development Council, which is an administrative body of the government. Why special provisions? The intention behind these provisions is to safeguard the interests and aspirations of certain backward regions and to protect the cultural and economic interests of the tribal people, or to deal with the disturbed law and order in some parts. While the overall intention is clear and laudable, the intention of providing such a gift might not come without conditions. Uttarakhand was a state mismanaged and uncared for when it was part of Uttar Pradesh, which is why a separate state was founded. However, the mismanagement of the newly formed state continued even after its independence from Uttar Pradesh. The primary reason for mismanaging the state administration was the absence of accountability to the people of the state, as the electorate believed in the integrity of the leaders they had voted for. However, citizens soon understood the unethical practices followed in Uttar Pradesh, and the rest of the nation had also followed them into the new state of Uttarakhand. The curse of corruption in thought and practice was visible everywhere. Nothing changed, nothing gained. The independence and freedom that was promised before partition was never delivered. Uttarakhand, if managed well, has the natural resources to provide most of North India with high-value off-season agricultural and animal-based products, scenic locations for short breaks, and a wide variety of cultural diversities and religious locations that service the mind, body, and soul and spirit in a variety of ways. The revenue that the state could generate from a judicious investment policy is far greater than the pittance received from the National Development Council. However, providing the special category status policy solely aims at limiting the growth, development, and empowerment of the state by enslaving the assembly to suit the need for numbers in the Lok Sabha that prop up the National Democratic Alliance led by the BJP. The only one question we need to ask ourselves is whether anything has changed for the better.